Welcome to Base Watches, your ultimate destination for everything related to men's watches. Today we're diving into an exciting topic, the top 5 best watches for men under $1,000 in 2025. Finding a high-quality watch that fits within a $1,000 budget can seem like a daunting task, but the good news is that this price range offers plenty of fantastic options. Whether you're looking for timeless elegance, robust durability, or modern functionality, there's a watch for everyone in this category. In this video, we'll guide you through 5 remarkable timepieces that blend exceptional craftsmanship with superb value. These are not just watches, they're statements of style, precision, and personality. So sit back, relax, and let's explore what makes each of these watches stand out in the competitive world of horology. Any enthusiasts who have handled the 3-hand Seiko 5 Sports line or the PRX Dive watch series that preceded it should find the 5 Sports GMT SSK005K1's case familiar. For this new series, however, Seiko brings a raft of more premium style touches to the familiar form. Like so many Seiko designs, the 42.5mm wide stainless steel case wears far smaller than the numbers would have you believe, with a wearing experience that feels far closer to 40mm than over 42mm. As with the 3-hand 5 Sports line, this largely comes down to the rounded, dramatic undercut case sides, which minimize the watch's actual contact patch on the wrist, while the polished finishing of the case sides helps to visually mask the effect. Beyond these case sides, the rest of the case is almost archetypical for Seiko sports watches, with a tall, heavily knurled rotating bezel, short rounded brushed lugs, and a sizable 4 o'clock crown with flowing asymmetrical guards. The in-house 4R34 automatic GNT movement inside the Seiko 5 Sports GNT is the newest variant in the 4R family but maintains essentially the same architecture as the familiar 3-hand 4R36. By bringing a robust and capable mechanical GNT design to a democratic price point, the new Seiko 5 Sports GNT has already earned well-deserved respect in the enthusiast community, but its premium touches also help it stand as one of the most impressive. Formex is one of today's most interesting independent microbrands, and the Formex Fiel Automatic 41mm is an excellent addition to the Formex portfolio. It distinguishes out in an increasingly crowded market thanks to its distinctive designs and willingness to experiment. The advertised height for a 41mm Grade 2 titanium watch is 10.6mm, although the watch wears slimmer due to the downward bent lugs and nearly smooth screw-down case back. The Formex website describes it at 8.8mm perceived thickness, and I don't disagree. It is quite lightweight. One of the watch's most distinguishing features is the innovative on-the-fly micro-adjust system on the lightweight carbon composite deployment, which comes with the leather band. But lightweight and comfortable doesn't mean it isn't ready to stand up to the rigors of day-to-day wear. The special hardening process applied to the titanium resists scratches, and the water resistance is 150 meters. The watch feels extremely well put together, despite the lightness. You would think such a slim watch would lack dial depth, but 2 small visual tricks erase that notion. The first is a slight upward curve at the edge of the dial, although subtle provides a hint of added depth. The second and more obvious is the recessed numbers filled with superluminova. These 2 elements, along with the custom font, create the feel of something different than a typical field watch. The Formex Fiel Automatic 41mm is a well-engineered, well-designed, lightweight, comfortable, and unique take on the everyday field watch. Since the brand's inception 6 years ago, the Naos has been a collection staple. Dustin aspired for a simple yet understandable design when he launched the company, and it embodies that. Aside from a simple dial, a watch contains many other components. Let us take a closer look at the Bauhaus-inspired Naos Automated. The Naos is a 38mm watch that can easily be classified as dressy. However, watches like this are far more versatile than they let on. The only thing holding the Naos back is its water resistance rating. Let's be honest, you weren't swimming with it anyway. Many watches try to lean hard into the dress category and paint themselves in a corner. They're a dress watch and nothing else. The white dial is utilitarian and gives the simple elements on the dial room to spread their legs. The dimensions are spot on at 43mm lug to lug and 12mm tall. The case height is brought down to 10.5mm wrist to crystal, and the Naos takes on an almost lugless look on the wrist because of the short lug to lug. The Sternglas Naos is powered by the reliable Miyota 821 automatic movement. This Japanese movement is known for its accuracy and robust performance. The automatic movement eliminates the need for manual winding, providing convenience for daily wear. In conclusion, the Sternglas Naos Miyota 821A is a testament to the brand's dedication to producing modern and accessible timepieces with a focus on quality craftsmanship. The Tiso PRX is one of the rare watches that comes with no drawbacks. Just a pleasant, well-designed, reasonably priced watch, a type that seems to be in scarce supply these days. Let's start with the PRX Powermatic 35mm specifications. It's 10.9mm thick and 39mm from lug to lug, however it wears like 44mm long because to the fixed first bracelet link. The case finish is similar to the larger PRX, largely brushed, but with lots of polished areas for contrast, such as the bezel, case bevels, and inner flanks of the bracelet. The bracelet tapers nicely to a butterfly clasp. The clasp feels a bit plasticky and doesn't have the satisfying click of a more expensive bracelet, but I think such satisfaction costs more than $700 in 2023. There's no micro adjust, but the bracelet links are relatively short and I didn't have a problem finding a nice fit. The same Powermatic 80 caliber, based on the ETA CO7, ticks inside the 35mm PRX, visible through a sapphire case back. It has an 80-hour power reserve, modifying the standard ETA 2824 to beat at a slower 3 Hz. There's been some misconception that this movement is both not serviceable and contains plastic parts. In fact, the pallet fork and escape wheel are made of a synthetic material, found in this entry-level version of the Powermatic 80 movement. If you want that 70s sports watch, an integrated bracelet look, the Tissot Powermatic 80 at 35mm seems to be in a class of its own. The Timex Timex Reissue 38mm is a modern take on a classic 1970 design, demonstrating Timex's ability to combine legacy and contemporary flair. The case of the Q is neo-vintage goodness through and through. With its hooded lugs, the 38mm case embodies the 70 watch design, and it features an appealing mix of finishes. The transition from one type of finish to the next is relatively well done for the price, and it looks to be better executed than what I've seen from other Timex products at this price point. The watch has a slim profile, measuring 12.4mm to the top of the domed acrylic. The case is segmented via a multifaceted midcase, the case back, and the bezel and crystal, so the whole thing looks and feels much slimmer than its dimensions might suggest. The bezel is non-ratcheting and rotates in both directions with a satisfying degree of resistance, and the classic Pepsi color scheme of the insert is easy to love. The teeth offer a nice tactile grip, and the top of the bezel sits on a blue platform that rotates along with the bezel. It's a nice little pop of color, and it also helps to visually break up the case profile. The movement inside the watch is a Seiko SII Epson PC33, a relatively inexpensive quartz caliber designed for a number of different Seiko, Loris, and Pulsar models. One quirk of this caliber is that it has a day and date at 3 o'clock. In conclusion, the Timex Timex Reissue 38mm is a well-executed homage to a classic design, showcasing Timex's ability to reinterpret its heritage for a modern audience.